So my depression got really out of hand this year, and it's been a rough year for all of us. I know with finances and the recession and gas being $5,000 a gallon, it's just too much. So I knew that I really had to develop positive habits this year to get myself back on track because I was heading down a bad road. And I know that who I'm gonna become in 2025 is largely impacted by the actions I take today and the habits I form. And so today I want to give you guys the 10 habits that I have formed this year that have had the biggest positive impact on my life. And as I was trying to come up with a list of habits to implement, I asked some of my most successful friends, what are some of the books that you've read that have helped you along the way to get these results? And every single person I asked all had this one book in their recommendation list. And that book was James Clear's Atomic Habits. Now, I'm sure most of you guys have heard about it already. It's kind of all over the place. It's a great book, and I highly recommend that you pick up a copy if you have not yet. It's well worth it. But one of the things that he said that really stuck with me was every action you take is a vote for the person who you're going to become. And that really stuck out to me because everything that I'm trying to achieve, whether it be my financial goals, my mental and physical goals, are all dictated by the small habits that I introduce into my life every single day. And those small habits over time create a compounding effect. And as a disclaimer, I have ADHD, so I find reading books very challenging. So what I tend to do is put on headphones and listen to books on Audible or listen to podcasts, and I find that to be such a great alternative. So if you're struggling with the same thing, then I highly recommend you do this as an alternative. And so habit number 1, my morning routine. Now, when COVID happened, my morning routine was be depressed, sleep all day, and get as much food as I possibly can at McDonald's. And that really messed me up. And so when the gym finally opened back up, I had to get back on track. And especially this year, I really wanted to make a dedicated commitment to go to the gym or on a regular schedule and do that in the morning, because when you work out in the morning, I tend, at least for me, to get a ton of energy and have it be like a productive start to my day. So I go to the gym for an hour 3 to 4 days a week. And when I get home, I have my green smoothie, I shower, I journal for 10 minutes, and I go to work. And that's my morning routine. I've been doing this consistently all year, and I feel just on it. And so find a morning routine that works for you. Don't wake up and watch Maury and pound Capri Suns all day, because that's not what I'm talking about. So habit number 2. When I go to bed at night, my girlfriend and I say 2 things we're grateful for and 1 thing I'm looking forward to the next day. And what this has been able to do is been able to allow me to take account of things in my life that I'm actually really happy are there. So when I have a pretty mundane day and I don't feel like nothing exciting's happened, it forces me to really think about like small details and small things in my life that I am grateful for. Whether that be the ability to go to the gym in the morning, or being able to watch Babe in the Big City on repeat on Disney+. And then also talking about what I'm looking forward to the next day has allowed me to wake up excited. Habit number 3 is talking to my family more. Now I know some of you don't like to do this. You'd rather send them a text every Christmas or avoid them at all costs. But you gotta remember that life is short and they're not gonna be around forever. So if you're lucky enough to have family in your life, reach out to them more often. Number 4 is breaking down habits into smaller habits. So if I have a goal of gaining 5 pounds of muscle in the next 6 months, I'm gonna break that down into smaller goals. So month 1, I have maybe gained like 1 pound, and then I can go up that way and I can track it. So I have smaller goals to aim towards. So when I get to that 6 months, then I'm a lot happier and I don't burn out. Habit number 5 is you gotta read every day. And by that I mean, I don't need you to pick up a copy of Stephen King's The Shining and read it backwards or go on Hustler. I'm just saying, read something, even if it's 1 page. And like I said, I have ADHD, it's very difficult for me to read at length, but I could certainly break down a book over a long period of time. And even if I just read 1 page a day, I get that much closer to finishing it. And so I've been reading Captain Underpants lately. Yo, Captain Underpants! Scholastic book fairs. It also goes with habit number 6. You need to write every day as well. So whether you need to write a letter to your congressman or write a long, heartfelt text to your ex-lover, whatever it is, keep your brain sharp. Habit number 7 is try to automate things as much as you can. Your brain is meant to create, not store. And so when you put things, say, I don't know, in a calendar, then you have bandwidth in your brain to be more creative. Habit number 8 is stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. Now, I talked about this in a previous video, but it's really important I reiterate this because this was a habit that has helped me tremendously. If you're somebody who spends a ton of hours every day scrolling through an Instagram and comparing your life with other people's, it is not helping at all. Quit it. Turn it off. People go at great lengths these days to show off and 10x their experience to make it look like it's way more fun than it is. So don't feel bad, just try to live the best life you can and don't get that FOMO. Habit number 9 is unsubscribe from those email lists. So I have a backup email to plug into websites whenever I'm trying to save 10% at Bath & Beyond. But over time, all those emails just rack up. And even then, even though it's my backup email, it still is just like information overload. And I do get some things in there that are relevant. So I got in the habit of just unsubscribing from all that crap in my inbox. And after a few weeks of doing this, I get so much less stuff. And although I'm not saving $5 after spending $50 at Papa John's, I feel a lot better. Habit number 10, this is probably something we could all get really good at, is remembering people's names. Now, I forget people's names the minute they say them. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of you are the same way. So I've implemented the 3 rule. So let's say your name is Paul. And so when somebody comes up and they say, hey, my name's Paul, something about Pauls, I'll be like, hey, it's nice to meet you, Paul. So Paul, where are you from? Hey Paul, you like sports? And just like that, I have a way better chance of maybe remembering their name after that. Doesn't work every time, but if your name's Paul, I'll probably remember it. So that's what I got for you guys this week. Those are my top 10. Definitely give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you have not already, so you are updated on when I come out with new videos every week. And I will see you next time. Peace.